Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be doing some UU. I've gotten a little bit tired with OU. I think most people have. You're seeing the same four Pokemon shell of Clef, Corviknight, Seismitoad, and Dragapult on every team. It's getting a little bit old, a little bit stale. I've been saying to people for the longest time, give UU a shot. It's got some really cool offensive mons. Like, hell, if you look at through this page, like, where else are you going to see Inteleon, Lucario, and Morpeko in the same meta? Like, it's kind of like new and unseen before. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. We've been running AVALUGG today. So mostly known as a stall mod, of course, in previous gens because of its just like a stall rapid spinner. But this gen, you throw some body press on it, hell, a little iron defense, maybe get a little bit wild with it, and it is an offensive threat all of a sudden. The biggest threat to it, of course, is the special attackers, as I kind of point out here. Chandelure annihilates him, completely totals him. That's why I threw on the Colossal. I think it's a bad mon for the most part. But I'll be damned if it doesn't completely shut down a fire move. If you go for a ghost move, I got my Heliolisk with the specs here to hit you back too. Vaporeon can also take a couple hits. It's very spadeft right now, so I feel pretty good with this build. It's a bit of a scuffed, like, I made this on stream. It was not a great look, but we'll give it a shot. And sure enough, we go against an enemy AVALUGG to open with. Now looking at these lead matchups, the setup sweepers are huge, the shell smashers are huge in UU. I think you need to have a counter to Poltegeist, and you need to have a cloister matchup that's in your favor if you want to do well. But looking at this, this is obviously his Defogger. I'm not sure if he even has a Scarfer, probably one of these two if it is one. I'm going to guess the Mamoswine comes out, or he goes right out of the rip of the Poltegeist. And if that's the case, I like the matchup of a Copperajah for both. Let's see who he goes to. Goes to Galar. Okay, that's even better. Heavy Slam off the rip seems a bit obvious. He lost the lead matchup, so I'm just going to go Brox. He burns me. Wow, very bold. Okay, Heavy Slam's pretty obvious now. If I'm him, I'd be going to my own AVALUGG because he can easily eat this Copperajah. Mine's got 513 defense, which means after 4 iron defenses, it hits actually 2000 defense, which is absurd. Yeah, he's going to eat this right up. Yep. Okay, so my Copperajah is in a pretty rough state right now. I'm going to go to my Heliolisk on the Rapid Spin here. Crits me. Does a ton of damage. Oh my gosh. I'm going to Hyper Voice. It's going to do a ton if he stays in. And it also beats the pretty obvious Mamoswine switch in. Okay, he goes for Wheezing. That's his special defensive tank? No, not at all. This is specs, so it hits pretty hard. It's also got a great speed tier for this. Poltegeist should be pretty obvious. I'm not sure if he'd suspect the specs right off the rip, but I'm going to go to my Flygon regardless in case he goes to the Poltegeist. He does. Okay, I'm going to U-turn and break its sash on the Shell Smash. No, he goes back to AVALUGG. Okay, well, that seems like a pretty free Volt Switch for me.
No.
Wow, he goes for it this time. I thought I threatened him enough with the Hyper Voice that he wouldn't make that move again, but he is not deterred. I'll go my AVALUGG. He's going to get Brox. Yeah, unfortunately my spinner is not an AVALUGG. I wanted to have the setup sweeper AVALUGG embraced in its entirety, but from him, I'm not sure what move I'd expect now. Maybe his own AVALUGG. Maybe his Milotic. Yeah, I'd probably expect the Milotic or the Poltegeist. He's got his own AVALUGG, so he probably understands the threat this thing poses. I'm gonna, in case he gets crazy, I'm gonna Iron Defense just to be safe here. He does go to Milotic. This thing definitely threatens me out. Skull Burn would be pretty upsetting. He's probably expecting a Rapid Spin there, though, so I'm surprised he didn't go to Poltegeist. Goes to Vaporeon, Scalds, eat that back up. I've got Yawn on this Vaporeon. It actually got hurt a lot by losing Toxic in the exit, so to speak, but it also benefited a lot because Toxic was really threatening to the Vaporeon itself. So it works out. Yawn forces a switch here. I'm going to double to my Heliolisk here on his switch. Goes to Haxorus. Interesting. Well, this thing is pretty scary. I'm tempted to glare it and just cripple it for good. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes for a Dragon Dance here. But I'm going to Volt Switch. If he Dragon Dances, then my Scarfed Flygon should be able to kill it. If he goes to Mamoswine again, I would lose my mind. Okay, he goes to Wheezing. Caparage seems fine. I might be letting that Polty guy set it for free, but I like the Caparage versus everyone else. Of course, it's super expendable. I'm gonna rocks. You can hit me with your best shot, man. Yeah, kill my Caparage. I'll see if I care.
You what?
Oh, that was a mistake. I was planning to stealth rocks after the rapid spin, but I forgot to account for that. Okay. My own seems pretty great here. This Colossal's not very useful in this matchup, because the only thing it even remotely counters is the AVALUGG, and it does not have any attack investment, so that's not going to be the case. I'm going to go Heliolisk again. I'm going to Hyper Voice this time. If it was Poltergeist, well played. He does. Wow. He's definitely got my number with these switches so far. I'm going to have to go Vaporeon. If he Shell Smashes, it's going to be pretty threatening. I should be able to live 1 Giga Drain after Shell Smash. Oops. No, not Wish. Ooh, almost misclicked there. I'll Yawn. This thing is really threatening. This thing is really threatening this tier. I think it's still very good in OU. I've been playing it with a small amount in OU, and I think it's can completely hang there. But in UU, it becomes a massive threat all of a sudden. Let's see. If he doesn't have the Giga Drain, then this is even better. He does. Wonder why it took so long to decide that. Yawn comes out. I have to protect here. It's not worth sacking my Vaporeon. You should get a free switch into like a Haxorus or something here, but I still have to protect. Yep, sure enough, there it comes. Get a bit more recovery there. I feel like this is a setup sweeper, so again, I want to go to the Flygon off the rip. If he uses a Dragon move, then he's definitely got me beat. He Dragon Dances. Okay, I'm faster than it. I should swipe it out, beat it out. Let's check the old calc. I wonder if I have to Outrage. I feel like I do. Yes. If I had Rocks up, I could probably get away with it, but I do have to Outrage. Just AVALUGG. This is going to die now. It's looking really dicey all of a sudden. We get some good chip though. It doesn't have recover. Avalanche does kill my Flygon. I guess I could have predicted that lead, but if I made a wrong choice there, it would have gone really poorly. I'm gonna go to my Heliolisk and Hyper Voice again. Kill it. Let the Poltergeist set up though. Go to my Colossal. Heat Crash. Don't take the kill. It's really unfortunate. How much did the Vaporeon do earlier? 62%. That's gonna die. But anyways, he takes us out. Unfortunate. That's gonna be the game. Yeah, no, he's playing that out. GG. Like I said, the Shell Smashers are really dominant in this tier. We gotta watch out for them. Poltergeist in particular, once you saw the ban of Crawdons, a great priority user. Gengar, of course, especially threatens it, same as Obstagoon. It got a lot more threatening all of a sudden, so I think you really need a good answer for those. I have a great answer for the Cloyster in my AVALUGG, but definitely not that one. Let's see. This lead and matchup is interesting. You don't see these guys a lot, even in UU. But the Rhyperior seems pretty obvious. The Noivern on a U-turn seems pretty obvious. I want to play it safe and go for something that beats both of those guys, which is my Flygon. Goes to Parsimian. Well, U-turn. Okay, goes to the Milotic. That's fine. That gives me a free Heliolisk. I'll Hyper Voice because the Rhyperior seems really obvious. I got banged by that a lot last game. I think that probably cost me the game. Was that 2 times in a row? What would have been about a 60% chip? He predicted me correctly. There's a Drapion. It should be a 2-hit KO. Yep. Does a massive amount of damage. Does not have a Ghost type of switch in this time and give me hell like last time. It does go to Rhyperior this time. I don't know how especially defensive this is, but it takes a respectable amount, all things considered. You should get a Brox for free here. He might go for Earthquake here, though, so I'm kind of reluctant to go to my Copperaja to get my own rocks up. I think I'll go to AVALUGG. That's completely fine. Really, once we kill the Reuniclus and Noivern, well, the Melodic is still pretty threatening. I think I could beat the Melodic in a pinch, but I don't like the idea of eating a Skullburn. Okay, Body Press seems pretty great here. Even if he goes to his Reuniclus, it'll do like, what, 20%? Crits into 28%, but still some damage. I wonder if this has got Focus Blast. But still, I should be looking out for the Psychic. I'm going to go to Vaporeon, play a little bit safe. It's a very specially defensive Mon. You know, this thing, I'm surprised it's not getting a little bit more usage. It could hang as a very good defensive tank, even in black and white, where you had crazy offensive threats like, you know, your Garchomp and your Latios and things like that. It was a very good Mon back then, even. And I'm going to yawn because I don't want to think too hard.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Yeah, it was a great defensive Mon even back then. Shit, that Psyshock, that really did it. Okay, fair enough. I'm gassing it up meanwhile, and it's getting smoked. Heliolisk is walled a lot harder than the Rhyperior than I thought. I normally go for a Volt Switch to kind of cover whoever he goes to, but instead I'm going to go to Copperaja, get up my rocks. We'll see who he goes to. Personally, I would suspect the... I guess Rhyperior checks it with an Earthquake. Parsimon, however it's pronounced. Parmesan. Shouldn't threaten me out too much. I think seeing if it's worth going for another Focus Blast on the kill. That's what I'd be doing if I was him. Personally, that seems like a pretty big exchange to make. Goes to his Melodic. Fair enough. I'm really hampered when it comes to facing his Melodic without my Vaporeon, but at least we still have ground resist. Water resist, sorry, excuse me. I think we should make the double on the Rhyperior. Hyper Voice is good here, but it's not that good. Stays in. Wow, Melodic's the crazy person. That's fine. I'll do a U-turn. That Volt Switch would have blown his cheeks apart. But fair enough. Well, U-turn, no matter who he goes to, I can reset some momentum. Personally, I suspect he stays in and skulls at this point. Maybe... Oh, probably an Ice Beam, actually. Ice Beam seems a little bit more likely, but Heliolisk will eat that regardless. Here comes Heliolisk. Takes, what, 25% on the Ice Beam? 27%, yep. He knows I got a Volt Switch here. So I'm tempted to do the same thing again, but you could just be that cocky. Okay. You know, it's hard. You gotta kind of go for like a psychological analysis on these players. Sometimes is he cocky? Is he just does he not understand the calcs? Does he, you know, what's his position? But this time he definitely has me. Got an AVALUGG on the Rock Blast. That takes a lot. That does a lot more damage than I would have expected, but we still eat very handily. I'm not sure who he goes to here. Reuniclus again seems pretty obvious. I'm gonna Avalanche this time to get a bit more chip on it. 26%. It's pretty similar to the last amount, to be honest. I guess it was a crit last time, fair enough. Another Focus Blast or Psyshock incoming. The Colossus got a ton of Spadefs, that's fine. Recovers, okay. I shall... Does this guy even have a spinner? This thing might be Defog. Look at one layer of spikes. Misses the Focus Blast. You'd love to see it. This thing's not doing much for me otherwise. I'm surprised that the Reuniclus is even faster than me. That's really embarrassing. Must have some investment if that's the case. Is it a speed tie? That is interesting. This is going to do a ton. Or not. The sad mon. We get pretty lucky. That really did nothing, huh? He's going to recover here, probably. Yep. Still, we're keeping him down to a respectable amount. Whenever you do this sort of thing, though, you are kind of playing a dangerous game. You know, only takes one crit before the situation completely reverses, but Dumb. Yeah, I'm gonna Stone Edge in case he goes to Melodic. Might try to get clever. You could go to Rhyperior. Rhyperior is a great physical wall, and it would eat the Stone Edge plus the Fire Blast really well. I don't anticipate a Noivern. Noivern would get smoked if he went to that. Drapion with my hazards up would also get pretty smoked. I've got a decent amount of threatening hazards up at this point, so if I were him, I'd definitely be looking to get a defog off. Assuming he even has one. I'm assuming his Noivern's one. I normally run into specs Noivern at this point, but it's definitely not a meta set enough in stone where you just easily disregard what it could be. He's really taking his time here, meanwhile. The Vaporeon loss really sucked. You know, it's a pretty basic shell to make a team with, but AVALUGG was my physical wall, and Vaporeon was my special wall, and they covered a lot of each other's weaknesses, so hate to see it go down. It's a big core of my team. I love rotating into it and throwing out some yawns, some wishes, getting everyone back up and healthy, but we'll see if we can manage regardless. Hammerine is taking their sweet time. In the meantime, I need to find a PvP that really explores who I am as an AVALUGG trainer. That's very powerful. Like that. Jander, always a classic. Not quite. It needs to be something more powerful, robust. Oh. Oh. Oh, yes. That will do nicely. You know what? I think I'm going to take the win here. Wow. You hate to see it. If he comes back, GG. I think he had my number. Well, that ends up being a pretty short video. I'm trying to do a couple of shorter videos. I still like doing the lives, but the long 30-minute one seemed like a bit much, and I gotta run anyways. So, thanks for watching anyways. Take it easy.